working? We have sound. We got sound. All right, it's Tuesday, so happy Tuesday. We're gonna do the muscles that we use when we run, which is basically our quads, calves, ankles, feet, hamstrings, butt, core. I think it's the whole body. A little bit extra focus on the glutes and the hip flexors today. I would like to use the massage balls to actually massage ourselves today, so it'll be more therapeutic in that sense. We'll also use the foam roller to foam roll our legs. We're going to stretch the hamstrings and the hip flexors a little bit more. So in the beginning, we'll be on our back, then we'll flip over, do some lunges, maybe work on our quads a bit. And then I would like us to focus on our glutes and how we work on that a little bit, and then we'll go back to foam rolling. Does that sound like a plan? Cool. Use your breath today. So especially when we're using the balls, you're going to find a trigger point, and then you're going to exhale and try to relax the muscle over the ball as much as you can. Once you start to relax the muscle, that initial sensation or pain, that'll become more of like a push rather than pain. So we want to try to manage our pain receptors as well while we're doing this. Cool. So first thing we're going to do, just because our back is connected to our hips, I would like us to start off with a back bend. Moves this stuff around here. Your block will be vertical against the bolster, and the bolster will be on the tops of your shoulders underneath your armpits. Head on the wonderful block like a pillow. And you can tuck your chin gently in so you can work further with the upper back rather than our lower back. You can always adjust things. Maybe you want to turn the block a little bit higher. It feels too much for your back. Bend your knees, feet close to the hips and wide, and let your knees touch. When you're ready, allow yourself to close your eyes. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears so you feel your arms settle to each side of the mat. As you breathe, feel your chest lift to the sky. As you exhale, feel your shoulders soften deeper towards the ground. Inhale, feel your ribs open wider. Exhale, feel the softness of your belly. Inhale, feel your chest widen. Exhale, feel how your hips settle down into the mat. Legs soften, feet relaxed. Take notice of the sensation of your breath. Notice the cool air as you inhale. Notice the heat as you exhale. Allow your breath to travel all the way down from the nostril to the back of the throat, all the way down to your lungs. And as you exhale, feel the journey of the breath up and out from the lungs back out to the nostrils. Notice the cool air as it takes its journey into the nose, all the way down to the lungs. Exhale, feel the heat rise out, returning back from the journey, back into the universe. Inhale, widen your chest a bit wider. Lock the back of your throat. Exhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Inhale to hold your breath for 10 seconds. Inhale. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Allow your knees to gently open as wide as your hips. Your heels will be somewhat close to the bum, toes slightly out in an angle. Can you draw your belly in on the exhale? Feel how your belly sinks into your body, and you're trying to bring your navel towards your spine. As you press your heels into the ground, roll up your hips until they're about chest height. Then exhale, reach the back of the hip towards the bolster and down to the floor. Inhale, roll up, hip height, belly in, the whole time. Exhale, back of the hip, all the way back to the bolster and down to the ground. 2 more, inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Keep your navel drawn in and see if you can turn your block, if it's on the medium, down to the lowest. If this feels okay, you can tuck your chin to your chest and maybe you could lower your head down to the ground, chin towards the chest. Inhale, slide your arms overhead if you can. Thumbs down, pinkies up to the sky. See if you can lift your hands up. Lift your palms up to the sky. Tuck your chin into your chest and lift your head up. And curl your chest up so your hands come to your knees. Lift your hands up. Push your hands up as you lower the back of the shoulders, back of the head, chin towards the chest, back to the ground. Arms overhead. Arms up to the ceiling. Curl your chin up. Lift your chest up as you curl up. Hands to the knees. You can press your knees if you like to feel your core a little bit more. Lift the hands up. Press the hands up as you roll the back of your shoulders and head down. Chin last. Arms back to the ground. Last one. Arms up. Lift up to the chest, chin up. Hands to the knees. Give a little press. Belly in. Lift your hands up. Lower the back of the shoulders, back of the head, and lower the hands down to the ground. Take one deep breath, and then we'll roll up with control. See if we can straighten our legs a little bit. Take our hands to the ground and roll all the way up. Legs as wide as a mat. Round your spine. Bounce your chest just a bit to lengthen your lower back. Then bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest, toes into the ground, heels up. You're going to hang onto your knees by grabbing your hands or your forearms. And inhale, pull your chest forward to the belly, to the thigh. And exhale, round your chest back into a cat. Maybe you feel like you can lean so much that your toes feel light. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, round back. One more time, please. Then we'll slowly lift our chest up. Take our hands back. Thumbs forward, fingers out to the side. Roll your shoulder blades back and continue to roll them in a circle away from the ears. And you'll feel that you can find a nice little chest opener from the upper chest and upper back. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Then we're going to lift our chest up. Hug our left knee to the chest, and I'll turn around. So you're going to hug the left knee to the chest, and you can lower your right leg down. Hug your knee as close to the chest as possible. Point and flex your foot 5 times. Then circle. 5 circles one direction, and 5 circles opposite direction. Now as you're grabbing as much as you can with your arms to bring your knee to your chest, see if you can point your toes and press your knees against the arms to lift the foot up and down. Belly in, feel there's a slight compression to the core. 3, 2. If this is hard, you stay doing this 5 more times. 1. If this is easy, you're going to point, flex the foot, point, then bend. We usually do this laying down, but today we're doing it sitting up. Just because. Oof. 2 more times. Good. Then we'll take our left leg forward. Take the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Take our hands forward on each side of the left leg. Cat-cow the chest. And if you can waddle your chest from side to side, maybe your hands can crawl forward as you keep your hips grounded. Right hand outside the left leg or foot. You're going to press the back of the hand against your leg. And as you're pressing, belly in. Keep pressing and try to slide forward. And the more you can press, the more space you can find from your lower back through the lats. And maybe round your chin forward to the chest to bring your forehead down. You can also pull your chest forward and back in a gentle cat-cow. You're still pressing your right arm against the left leg. Then maybe you can slide a little bit forward and release your forehead closer to the leg. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll up. I'm going to move my bolster. Bend your left knee so your foot comes behind you, and your knee is pretty much behind your right foot. Fold forward over your right knee. Höger knä. Okay. Then walk your hands past your right thigh behind you. Cat-cow your hips 5 times, belly in. You're going to feel the back of your lower back and your hips, yes? Yeah. You'll feel your sacrum here. And if you can, walk your hands further to the right. Pull your chest a little bit forward, belly in. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you feel comfortable, come down to your elbows. You can pull your chest a little bit forward and back in a little gentle cat-cow if your back and lower back allows you to. And if you feel really good, maybe your forehead can rest on top of your hands. We'll stay for 10 seconds. Slowly come up to your hands, lift your chest up. Walk your hands back over the right knee and lift your chest up. Open up your left knee as much as you can. 5 times. Last one. Yeah. Then you're going to slide the foot forward to bring your left shin on top of the right shin to double pigeon or double log. Wiggle your hips, see if you can sit. See if you can open and close your left knee if you're feeling really tight. You're going to press the outside of your left foot down into your leg to make sure you can keep your ankle straight. And see if you can bring your hands a little bit forward and cat-cow your chest. See if you can go a little bit forward as you wiggle your chest forward. Add some cat-cows if you want to go deeper. And I find this very hard, so we're going to slowly walk our hand to the right knee and get a deeper stretch in our left hip. Keep your hip bones grounded if possible. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Come back in. Take your left hand to the left side of the mat, right hand up. Belly in, lift right hand up, slowly side bend to the left. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right hand down, lift the left arm up. Lengthen, inhale, exhale. Keep your left knee down as you move to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back in. Ooh, slide the legs forward, shake it off. Whoa. These are not my favorite ones. Double pigeon is hard. All right. Then you can bring your left knee in, hug your right knee to your chest as you sit up straight and glue your thigh to your belly and chest. Point and flex your right foot 5 times. If this is easy, you can point. Oh, we forgot to do circles, so we can do circles first. 5 circles. The first 5, we're going to point and kick up. Are we excited? Try to keep your thigh glued to the chest. Inhale to extend up. Feel the press of your knee on your arms. 4. And go only where it feels comfortable. You're not overdoing it. 2. We can do 5 more of these if this is already challenging. Otherwise, we're going to point, press the heel up. Whoa. Point the toe and down. Doesn't matter how many times you do this. It always feels tight. Even if your leg eventually gets straight. 2 more. Shoo. Lovely. Then we're going to slide the right leg forward, left foot on the inside of the right thigh. See if you can take your hands forward, wiggle into your hips, cat-cow. You can slide your hands more forward, cat-cow. You can also rock your hips and chest from side to side to get a little bit more depth. Maybe some more cat-cows. move into what feels good. Make sure your hips are grounded and your right knee is down on the ground. Then you take your left hand, cross it over the right leg, and you're going to press anywhere on the leg or foot, wherever you can reach. Press, relax your chin down. The more you keep pressing, the more you can maybe eventually slide your arm more further forward to go deeper into your fold. Make sure that your right knee is drawing down to the floor to keep your legs straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Bend your right knee. Your right knee and thighs behind the left foot. Then you're going to lean over your left knee. Walk, walk, walk over the left thigh so you're facing a little bit further behind you. You can add some cat-cows here as you keep your belly in. Once you feel like your lower back and sacrum has more space, you can walk your hands further to the right to go a little bit deeper. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Try to relax through the arms, but find the stretch through the hips and lower back. If you feel comfortable here, you can come onto your elbows. It's going to feel slightly more intense. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can lower your forehead on top of your hands. Focus on twisting your chest down towards the ground. Three, 2, 1. Slowly lift up your chest onto your hands. 1, 2, and walk your hands slowly back. As you lift your chest up, see if you can lift your right knee up and down. About 5 times. It doesn't have to be very high. 2, and 1. Okay. We're going to use that same movement as we bring the right shin over the left shin. And you can wiggle into your hips to make sure your hip bones feel nice and even. Press the outer edge of your right foot as we open and close our right knee to make sure we still feel that we have control over the muscles surrounding our hips. Then when we're ready, we're going to lower the right knee down into log pose and then slowly, slowly bring our chest forward and back into a cat-cow. You can also wiggle your chest from side to side if anything feels kind of funky through the knees or the hips or the ankles. Cat-cow a little bit more if you're finding more space. Once this feels a little bit more meaningful and you have more space, you can walk your hands over to the left knee and you're going to feel a lot more of the inner right hip. Then we'll slowly walk our hands back into center, roll our chest up to seated, lift our left arm up to the sky. Right hand to the mat, lengthen left side of the body. See if you can side bend to the right. Keep your hip bones grounded, keep your legs grounded. 2, 1, switch, right arm up. Lengthen, inhale, exhale, side bend to the left. Feel how you're lengthening your right knee down to the right with your hip. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Woo. Kick your legs forward. Woo, and shake it off. Roll the ankles. Roll them opposite direction. Bend the knees, and when you roll your ankles out, you're going to feel in your hips now. And then opposite direction about 5 times. All right. While we're here, we're going to take our massage ball. Did it run away? It ran away. Cool. You're going to place your ball underneath your left knee, because I'm on my left, but if you do your right, you do your right. It's going to go high up into the crevice of your knee. And you're going to start with your hands on the top of your shin and squeeze it in a little bit. And then slide your hands a little bit lower and then squeeze it in. Are we starting to feel our calf? Yeah. And you can move the ball a little bit to make sure you have a good spot. And you can take your hand a little bit lower, and that'll become a lot more intense, right? So if it's too intense, don't go so low to the ankle. Stay slightly higher up. And you can relax your foot to the ground. You can move the ball a little bit lower if you like and do the same thing. A little bit lower and do the same thing. And this is just the first warm-up for our calves. I need to go a little bit lower. And they can feel either really intense or just really nice. I'll go? Okay, we're gonna make it worse now. Grab a block. You're going to put the ball on top of the block. And I like to keep my other leg active so I have something to work with. My hands will be slightly behind me. And I'm going to let my bum kind of float a bit so I can slide the ball up and down the calf. Right? If I find something good, I can add some weight by taking my leg crossed over. Bum down to the ground. It can be very intense. Stay for about 5 seconds, maybe 10. Use your exhales to relax. And then you can roll a little bit up and down again and find the next spot that works for you and cross your leg. Ooh. About 5 to 10 seconds until things start to relax a bit. If you feel like it's resisting and trying to tighten up again, use your exhales to relax a little bit deeper. Cool. Then we can turn our toes slightly out. So on the outside of the calf, you can use your hands to help you slide your bum, to slide the ball. And if you find a good spot, cross your legs. Hope to not die. You can use the bolster too. Look like a gangster. Okay. You can find the next spot on the outer calf if you like. Oof. When we work on the inner calf, it might be a little bit more sensitive. So be nice. Maybe you don't need the extra leg on top. Toes inwards, heel outwards. Now you're going to work on the inner calf. And this one can be a lot more spicy. Yeah? And then we can take one more spot, kind of go with the flow. Ooh, there's one. All right. Come on out. Switch over to the right knee. Give it a hug. The lower you go down the leg, the more intense it'll become. You can always adjust the ball according to where it feels good. Sometimes you can find something a little bit uncomfortable, and we don't want to be where it feels too painful. When you feel ready, you can mosey down a little bit lower. You can adjust by the feeling that you have. A little bonus you can also do is lift your toe up and down like you're tapping your foot. That'll make things more fun. I don't know how much fun you guys want to have with these things. I like a lot of pain in my massage, so find one last spot. It can be a little bit higher or lower, your choice. All right, we got a block, we got a ball. Aim for the middle. You can use your hands to elevate your hips just a bit so you can roll the ball slightly up and down. Ooh. And if you find something, relax there by crossing your legs. If it's too intense, don't cross your legs. And I find it very hard to relax your calf muscle on command. Just FYI, if you're not able to do it. Find another spot that feels good for you. It could be higher up or lower down. It could be almost at the same spot. You don't have to be that adventurous. Nice. Outside calf, toe slightly out. Take a breath. Find the other spot on the outside calf. All right, inside calf, extra fun. Toes in, go slow, go small, oof. And then when you're ready, maybe cross your legs, maybe not. Take a breath. Search for the next spot. One more breath. And then we'll slowly come up. Cool. We get to foam roll, my friends. Your thigh has 4 muscles. So you're going to start off in the middle Then you're gonna roll on the outside. Then you're gonna roll slightly on the inside. Okay? When you roll, you're gonna try to come to the top of the hip. One firm roll all the way down to the knee. One firm roll all the way up. One direction sucks more than the other. Okay, and that is quite important to know which one it is, because later on you're going to focus more on that direction that is a little bit more fun. Okay, so I take one knee out to the side, begin at the top of my hip with my elbows down, and unfortunately we have to keep our belly muscles quite strong, so we can walk our elbows with us to bring the slow roll down. And it can feel quite painful because you're going slow. All the way to the top of the knee. Then you go all the way slow motion down. Five times. Oof. And every time we roll, it's going to fire up even more. It's like we're irritating a sleeping bear. Last one. Now you're going to find that one spot that was the most fun, and either you roll up into it to keep pressing down, or you roll down into that area to press down. One direction is more meaningful than the other. Then you can wiggle a little bit up and down, just to break up that fiber in that exact spot. Cool. Then I would like you to roll slightly to the outside of the thigh, just a little bit to the side of the front thigh. Roll up and down 5 times. As high as you can go, as low as you can go. Once you find a good spot, on the last one, we're going to kind of decide if we're going to roll up into it or roll down into it. Find the movement that's more meaningful to get deeper into the muscle. And you'll stay there for about 5 seconds. Try to relax what you can. Roll to the inside of the front thigh. All the way down towards the knee. Oof, that was tight. All the way up 5 times. Find a good spot. You either roll up into it or you roll down into it. I think I have to roll up. Yeah. Try to relax. Whew. And then we roll out. Come to the top of the hip. Small little rolls in front of the hip. Go up and down as you roll gently from side to side. And then we switch. Roll all the way up. All the way down in the center of your front thigh. take notice which direction has more feelings. I think going up is harder. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, up is harder, right? On your fifth one, you can kind of go where it doesn't feel the best. Figure out if going up into it gives it more power or going down into it. Then you're going to roll a little bit up and down in that same spot just to kind of break up the fibers. Outside front thigh. Toes slightly in. Oof. Find a good spot. Roll up or down into it to find meaning. You're creating a little bit of tension. You can wiggle around in that area or you can stay still. Take a breath. Whew. Then we go towards the inside of the front thigh. Toes slightly out, heel slightly in. 5 times. And you'll notice if one part of the thigh is more tighter than the other one. And if there's a lot of imbalances, that can also affect how your hips feel. Whew. On the last one, find the best spot. Relax into it if you can. Soften the muscle on the exhale. You can wiggle around in that spot. Cool. And then we'll slowly come on up. Grab your bolster. Put one knee on the bolster and lunge the other foot forward. Elbow on the knee. Wiggle your front foot forward. Maybe you can lift your chest a little bit higher. And feel that your hips are going down. Forward and down. Now, if you squeeze your back butt cheek, maybe you can lift your belly up by pressing into the front foot. Cat-cow your hips and try to bring your hips slightly forward, but chest up. Five more seconds. Can you wiggle your front foot forward and lower your hips more forward and down, but chest up, hip forward. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. You're going to kneel on the left knee, so you're more in a 90-degree angle. See if you can lean back to grab your leg, and try to bring your foot towards the center of your butt. Try to turn your chest and hips forward. Lift your belly up into your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Switch your knees. Take your other foot forward. Try to get as much length as you can. Hips forward and down. That can be option 1. Squeeze your right butt cheek. See if you can lift your chest up halfway. Press your front foot to Keep your belly away from your thigh. You can cat-cow your hip just a bit. And as your hips go forward, use your front foot to help you sink down. Hips move forward, but chest stays up with your left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wiggle your left foot forward. See if you can slide your hips more forward and down in a diagonal. Chest away from your thigh. Hips forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Lift your chest up. Kneel on the right foot and on the right knee. Foot in the ground if you need it to. You're going to turn, bend down to grab the foot. Otherwise, use your strap. Heel to butt in the center if you can. Hips forward. Lift your belly up towards your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay? More fun. Grab your ball. Lay on your belly. You're going to place the ball on the inside of your hip. As a joke, I usually say it's where your ovaries are. So if you feel the front hip bone, you can kind of scoop your fingers on the inside. Or you can say like the panty line, kind of. So you're going to place it underneath. Wiggle it in towards the inside of the hip bone. Ugh. Kind of dig it in there. Then lower your chest. You can use your toes to roll the ball a little bit higher or a little bit lower. But try to dig it underneath the hip bone as much as you can. If you're on the right side, then lift your right leg up. Otherwise, do the opposite. Up and down. 5 times. And you can relax your head down. If this was easy and you want more of a challenge, you're going to lift your foot up, flex the foot, and move the foot from side to side like a windshield wiper, slow motion. It's okay? Like a coloring book, we're going to paint the inside of our hip towards the belly. This is our deep psoa. It's going to feel a little bit more interesting. So as we lower the right foot down, you can come onto your elbows. Oof, foot is falling asleep, normal. If that feels nice, you're going to slowly wiggle the ball and paint it up the inside hip bone. And it's going to get more intense, yeah? Eventually, you want to follow the curve to the top of the hip bone, so you're almost in your belly. Move slowly, and you're still trying to tuck it underneath the hip bone. Like you're making your bed and you're tucking your sheet underneath the corners, kind of like. And eventually, you're going to come all the way up to the top. Oh, right where the top of the hip bone is. Kind of like where your obliques start. Does that feel nice? If you start to feel like you want to throw up, like you're kind of getting nauseous, that is also normal. So you can go back a notch, or you can relax by lowering your chest down, and it's a little bit easier that way. You can also bend your knee from here, up and down. And also windshield wipe your foot from side to side. It also feels quite meaningful. You should feel the psoa kind of wiggling around underneath, right? And it can feel very uncomfortable. Yeah. Cool. We'll take a breath or two here. When you feel ready, we do the other one. start all over. You can lift your chest up. Oh, this one's my bad side. You can use your toes to roll the ball a little bit forward and back. Excuse me while I can't speak. Chest down easier, chest up harder. If you want, you can lift your foot up and down. Make sure you find a good spot. You can wiggle a little bit higher, a little bit lower. Make sure it feels comfortable for you. You can also lift the foot up, flex the foot, and windshield wipe your foot from side to side. Follow the yellow brick road. Feel that you can lower your left leg down. Use your feet to help you. Slide the ball a little bit higher up. Oof. Try to relax as you try to nestle it underneath the hip bone. Continue to journey up till you're more towards the top of the hip bone. And you can start to feel your obliques start there. And you're almost in the soft part of your lower belly. Oof. And when you feel that little spot where it makes you feel slightly nauseous, you have found the jackpot. You can lower your chest down, or you can bring your chest up to make it slightly more intense. You can also lift the foot up and down as you bend through the knee. And be nice. Make sure you don't do anything that's too much. If it feels uncomfortable, don't do it. If this feels nice, you can also flex the foot up and windshield wipe the foot from side to side. Oof. Take a deep breath here, and then you can lower your left leg down. Turn around onto your back. I'm going to roll onto my left side of my head, and the ball will be in between the top and bottom hip bone, and so this little space here is where we're going to roll onto. I can also bring a block underneath my head so I have a pillow. And the opposite leg is going to be towards the ceiling so that I can take some of the weight away. And you can roll the ball a little bit in small circles just to kind of find exactly a nice spot that you can pinpoint, and it can feel quite intense. You'll feel your muscle of the side of your glute kind of tense up, so I want you to use your exhale to relax the muscle so that it surrounds the ball gently. You can stay here and just enjoy the softness. You can also make small circles in that same spot to kind of make the muscle relax a little bit more. Or you can lift your knee up and down like a butterfly wing to add a little bit more intensity. And please use your breath because it can be quite intense. About 10 of these lovely butterfly wing movements, if you can. Then we'll roll the ball further in towards the center of the glute, and you'll follow the line of tension until you can lift both knees up. Then you can make small circles in this area. And for today's class, since we're focusing on our running muscles, I would like you to lower the ball on top of the hip bone. of the joint of your hip. And you're going to move from side to side, above it. And then when you find a good spot, lower your weight into it. If you can straighten your leg, it's going to be slightly more intense. You can also move your leg straight and bend the knee, if that feels nice. If you're moving your leg, do it 2 more times. Otherwise, relax to where you feel good. Then I would like you to roll the ball in the inside of the hip ball joint. And see if you can lift your leg up and down a few times. Then we're going to roll to the outer side. And that's going to be quite intense. So your leg is in about a 45-degree angle, and you can wiggle from side to side there, or small circles, whichever feels better. And you'll find your piriformis here, and it'll feel quite intense. You can open and close your knee like a butterfly wing. You can also lift your foot up to the opposite knee. And wiggle from side to side, and this is absolutely amazing. Whatever that means for you. Then we'll lift our hips up and remove the ball. I'm going to flip around on my mat, but you can just turn over if you like. Other hip. You're going to roll to the opposite hip now, onto the side. Your opposite knee will be up to the ceiling as we're on the side of the hip in the nice cushiony part of it. Oof. You can roll the ball in small circles. Ooh. And then lower your weight into it once you find a good spot. Your muscle is going to continually try to tense up as we stay longer here. So you need to remind yourself to use your breath to soften the muscles around the ball so it doesn't feel painful. If you want to have more fun, you can make small circles in the same spot just to kind of dig around and loosen things up. Or you can actively lift your bottom knee up and down like a butterfly wing 10 times. Nice. Once it starts to feel a little bit easier, you're going to roll the ball towards the center of the butt so your knee can lift up. You're going to make small circles here, or go side to side, whichever one feels better. And as we roll the ball further down to the bum, you're going to be on top of the hip joint. And go side to side, right above it. Lots of little stuff going on here, and it's going to feel quite intense. See if you can relax into the center and see if you can straighten your leg and lift the leg back up with your foot sliding against the floor. Knee up, leg straight. Oof. About 5 of these. And then you can move slowly a little bit more into the center and the inside. See if you can straighten your leg 5 times from there. And then when you feel that's feeling all good and dandy, we're going to go out to the side of the hip joint. And wiggle around there. Relax. You can lift the knee up and down like a butterfly wing if you want to make it more meaningful. Oof, 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 oof. It's tight, ladies. And if you want to up the game, you can lift the foot on top of the opposite knee. And you can rock from side to side. You can go a little bit up and down. Whew. You can just stay in one spot and just relax. We'll take about 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we'll slowly come back to the hip. Remove the ball. And we'll take the other ball, since we have 2 here. We'll place the ball on each shoulder. Ugh. And then we can use our feet to roll the ball a little bit up and down. Or we could just lift the butt up and down a bit to add more weight. If this is too much for your head, you can put a block underneath your head. Oof. Open your arms out to the side when you're ready. Keep your knees bent. Breathe in and out through the nose. And give yourself a little bit of a thank you for finding time into making space in your body and being kind to yourself with a little bit of effort and possibly a little bit of interesting sensations. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale to soften your body. Slowly slide your hands by the sides of your body. And then we'll roll to one side or the other to release ourselves from the ball. And then we can come up into seated. Thank you, ladies. I hope it felt nice and meaningful. A little painful, but good pain, I hope. Cool. Thank you.